Welcome to AikiTalks. Real stories, real practice, real Aiki. Over the bank holiday, I had the pleasure of attending the Plymouth School of Aikido course, hosted by Torbay Aikido, and taught by Shihan Thomas and Shihan Worsley. Shihan Thomas of Yamatokawa Aikido led 3 of the 4 sessions, so I'll start the breakdown with his teachings. So Shihan Thomas has a very analytical approach to Aikido. He consistently breaks techniques down to their fundamentals, exploring not only why they work, but also how they can be adapted or refined for greater effectiveness. So let's start off with the warm-ups. So we began with a warm-up led by a member of the Plymouth club. As a quick aside, warm-ups are crucial in any physical discipline, and Aikido is no exception. While there are standard exercises that most Aikidoka are familiar with, I was particularly grateful for the chance to stretch after the 3-hour drive from South Wales. Warm-ups are something I feel deserve more discussion. Both Shihan Thomas and I share the belief that warm-ups should be relevant to the session itself, developing movement that tie directly into the techniques being taught. This is especially evident in the use of key exercises that translate directly into application. So we began with Tai no Henko, something readers of the Swansea District Aikido Club blog will recognise as a fundamental 180-degree pivot and full body shift. Initially we practiced without movement, no energy from Yuki, just pure Tenkan. From there we progressed into a stepping forward after the body shift to introduce motion and intent. One key distinction Shihan Thomas emphasised throughout the day was this: we are practicing exercises, not techniques. As movement was introduced, we had energy to work with, allowing for larger circular motions in the style of Soke Jones. So we did a katagatame variation. This exercise evolved into the katagatame, a variation of kaitanagi. Shihan Thomas demonstrates 3 variations of immobilization at this point: a simple drop straight down, a step back dragging Yuki, a lateral step to draw Yuki forward. All were effective, and I can personally confirm that, as I had the privilege of being Yuki for these demonstrations, that they were really good. Personally, I favour maintaining a circular motion to guide Yuki into a lock, effectively swinging them into the position. But I also like the downward feeling. That was really useful. A key learning point here was the importance of downward feeling to break Yuki's posture. Shihan Thomas described this beautifully. Imagine throwing a dart at the floor near your feet. Very simple. This downward intent encourages Yuki to bend at the waist, making it much easier to control the head and transition into kaitanagi or the katagatame shoulder lock. And we then moved on to a session with Shihan Worsley, and that was a weapons session. So within my own Aikido family, which currently consists of myself and my mother, we sit on opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to weapons training. She's not particularly fond of it, aside from knife techniques and knife defenses, where she excels in that. Whereas I have always appreciated and have been fascinated by bokken and jaw work. So Shihan Worsley made an important point that's often overlooked. Aikido weapons are not the same as traditional weapons arts. Their purpose is to teach principles such as body movement, ma'ai, or distance, timing, and awareness. So we began with bokken versus jaw, focusing on understanding difference. I trained with Sean from Penabont Aikido Club, and he's a great Aikidoka and a credit to his instructor, Sensei Bryn. Initially, he was perhaps a little too polite in his attack, but by the end of the session, he was attacking with real commitment, leading to a few close calls. We finished with an excellent technique, blending with the bokken cut, placing the hand on the jaw against Yuki's throat, using a pincering motion to apply a choke, and then projecting forward into a beautifully executed throw. So I thought that was a beautiful technique. So that evening I found myself thinking about developing a jaw technique or jaw nagi technique of my own, something I'm keen to explore further, and it's something I'm gonna look into using those lessons that Shihan Wesley taught us. So we got the final session. Once again, was led by Shihan Thomas, included a highlight for me. Ryo Katadori with a dual Nikkyo application. So I trained with a great Yuki, and we worked the technique well. I've always had an appreciation for Nikkyo. It's something I really enjoy. And this variation allowed for 2 simultaneous Nikkyos, or transition into Jujigarami, which I thought was really nice. And anyone who's ever trained with me knows I like a Nikkyo, and I'm not someone who goes down very well, which is something that stemmed from training with my father. So my final thoughts. Overall, it was a fantastic course in a great location and surrounded by excellent people. Aikido courses are invaluable, not just for their technical development, but for personal growth. They challenge your ability to remain calm under pressure, offer opportunities to meet new people, and importantly, remind us to enjoy the process. Despite the formal structure, there's always fun and laughter among like-minded practitioners. If you train in Aikido, I hope to see you on a course in the future and perhaps even share the mat with you. If you don't train, why not give it a go? Find your local club and try it out. Aikido is the art of peace. Throwing people around is just an added bonus. So if you enjoy this, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on our new Facebook page, which is AikiTalks, and that'll have some video content, hopefully. And we're hoping to start interviewing Aikidoka and instructors in courses in the next couple of weeks and the next couple of courses that I go on to. So once again, thank you very much. Thank you for joining me for AikiTalks. Until next time, stay centered, keep training, and take care.